Ooh, child, what a Sunday night, huh? Well, you know what? I'm going to start with ATL to review, and then y'all will get my Potomac reunion review later. Maybe Tuesday. I don't know yet, y'all. Anywho, this is episode 2 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's hope they step it up from the first episode, shall we? Now, we have the taglines, and only 3 stood out to me. First, there's Kenya. If you don't like my shade, step out of my shadow. Okay, Kenya. All right. I like it. Candy's is a little candy always sweeten the tea. Again, I like that one too. So yeah, top 3. And then my favorite goes to Portia, who wins. I may be social distancing, but I'm here for social justice. Ding ding, we have a winner. I like that one. It was really good. Anywho, let's get into the episode, shall we? So we start off the episode in Kenya's ditch, and Cynthia's coming over. We see that it is very hot in Atlanta. It is 93 degrees. And again, the theme of the episode is still titties, more so Kenya's. So Kenya's saying that she invited the new cast member, well, the friend of, she didn't make cast like the main, she didn't get a peach, basically. Her name is Latoya. She hit it right off with Latoya, which strikes me strange because Kenya always makes fun of the new girl. Always. Like, she always bullies the new girl, especially if she's an actress, but we'll get to that later. So she invited her over with Cynthia. Cynthia's surprised like all of us too. Like, girl, you clicked with the new girl? Really? And Latoya is friends with Kandi. Kenya met Latoya through Kandi at Todd's birthday party. We also get help from the producers explaining how Kenya's behavior throughout the seasons is towards a new girl, particularly Kim Fields. And Eva, I forgot about that. So the new girl, Latoya, she's really beautiful. She's repping Trinidad. I'm feeling it, you know. She's definitely fits in with the ladies immediately. Oh, so this is why Kenya is fond of Latoya. Like, Latoya is Trinidadian, and then her estranged husband who doesn't love her or her child is Trinidadian as well. So Latoya is trying to, like, I'm guessing, give Kenya pointers on dealing with Trinidadian men. I'm not sure if that excuses Mark's behavior towards her, but okay. And small side note, just because someone is from a region where their patience is terrible or their personality is trash doesn't give them an excuse to treat you like trash. You know, like, you better change that behavior. I love producers on this show. So now they introduce Latoya as Kandi's friend that Kenya stole. Okay. So Latoya is getting a separation from her husband too, and that is what bonds Kenya and her, I guess. So Latoya is really giving us lessons on all that is Caribbean culture. Okay, fine. My first impression of her, breath of fresh air. I mean, this show really needs new cast members, and that's probably why I'm taking like to her right now. So far, I like her. Not bad. So next scene, we are at Portia's place, and Portia is still in Kentucky. She just got out of jail. Side note, Portia's mom always has a full beat and a fresh lace. That's all I gotta say. Like, mama is on for the cameras. They're making sure. And her sister looks like a combination of Portia and A. Marie. Anywho, they're just discussing what Portia went through, Portia Luther King, and Portia is on her way back to Atlanta. I'm really glad that Portia has this storyline. She's really redeemed herself from, you know, the whole Underground Railroad incident. Like, Portia really has come a long way, and we've seen her grow, literally. Like, the character development with her, like, it's almost like a real show. And definitely she deserves the Center Peach this year, and I'm glad they gave it to her. So next we're introduced to the official newest housewife with a peach, Drew Sidora. Now, I remember her from definitely the TLC movie. That's the only thing I know her from. Y'all do not fight me. I did not see the game before. I don't recognize her from that. So don't get in my comments badgering me about it. I didn't see it, but I saw the TLC movie. Anywho, so this is Cynthia's friend. That's how she's going to be introduced to the show. The gag is Cynthia met her only a year ago through Eva, the ousted housewife, for being too boring. So hopefully Drew steps it up. So Drew and Cynthia are kikiing at dinner, and Cynthia asks her, "Oh, well, do you know Kenya? Since you're an actress." Now, I know like the pool of black actresses are small, but I figure the pool of working black actresses, is small, so they should know each other. Kenya isn't a working actress. Drew Sidora is. But anywho, Drew gives some involuntary shade. I don't think it was intentional, but she said, Kenya's in a different age bracket, so we probably wouldn't be running into each other at castings. We probably know each other through other people, maybe. But yeah, I don't see why Drew would know Kenya. Okay, Drew Sidora with the receipts. Okay, a working actress since, the age of single digits. I'm liking her so far. I like her. So as Drew and Cynthia are talking, they get on the conversation of Drew's husband, Ralph. We'll get into that later. But for some strange reason, the producers just rewind time 8 hours earlier. Okay. I'm not sure if that was necessary. They could have just introduced her, but fine. So Drew is a wife and a mother of 2. This scene right here, she's being surprised to celebrate her anniversary by her mother-in-law and her fine-ass husband. I gotta say, this man is giving Juan a run for his money. The body yaddy yaddy. Woo! Okay, let me focus, y'all. Let me focus. So they've been married for 6 years, and we see from producers that they definitely be fighting in that house. He fights with her mother, and he fights with her. So next scene, we have Candy and Mama Joyce. Oh, Mama Joyce. Calm and they're headed to Riley's graduation. Unfortunately, because of the Rona, Riley can only invite 2 people to represent her, and it's going to be her mom and grandmother. So Candy's just giving a little brief story about her graduation when she was young, and she was saying that she was on tour when she went to graduate. And Mama Joyce is saying, yeah, I'm kind of mad like the other girls didn't come. So we get like a throwback picture of Escape, but I'm wondering why are all their faces blurred out? Like they've had a show on Bravo. I don't get that. So we see Riley graduating, walking across the stage. We get a nice little flashback of Riley as a kid until now. If 13 going on 30 was a person, that would be Riley. I'm sorry, she looks like she is ready to file her taxes, do her mortgage, and set up her 401k. Next scene, we're at Portia. She is finally home. She's reunited with her family. Portia. As I see her going in this fridge, Mama is stacked. Oh my goodness. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. Oh my God. Okay. Portia's just talking to her mom about her experiences being locked up and, just being there on the front lines with all the protesters. Also, her baby is just so cute. She looks exactly like Dennis. And that is not shade, y'all. I'm saying she looks exactly like her dad. And speaking of Portia's baby daddy, her relationship with Dennis is still the same. It's rocky, it's up and down. She actually even forgot that she's engaged to get married. I forgot too. I didn't even know they were still together. I'm guessing we'll find out later in the season. But yeah, her relationship status is complicated. So the next scene, we have Cynthia hosting another soiree at Lake Bailey. We see that the new bosom buddies, Latoya and Kenya, they are the first to arrive. Now, I know this food spread that Cynthia has, she didn't make this, but Cynthia, for real, girl, you put fake grapes as decoration on the food plate? Oh my God. And Latoya is shading Cynthia, and again, when you a new friend in a situation, you chill out on the shade. You don't know me like that yet. And it speaks volumes that Kenya is allowing a new girl that she just met to shade her already well-established friend Cynthia. I'm just looking at that. Did y'all peep that? And here enters Marlo. I'm glad to see Marlo these days. Like back in the season 4, season 5, I'm like, oh God, here this thirsty ass heifer is. But now, like, she is a real joy to have on the show. And y'all, I met her in person and she is so lovely. So shout out to Marlo. I'm glad she's on this show. She really should have a peach at this point. It looks like her relationship with Kenya is still the same. They are cordial. They can still be in the same room. They're not on the level of Kenya and Nene, but Marlo can still be shady and cordial as well. And the shade has definitely begun. Like, Kenya says Marlo has fallen off with her fashions. Now, I don't really care for Kenya, but she kind of have a point. Like, Marlo used to be styling, and now it's like the fashions have definitely gone down. So we take a quick break from the scene to check up on Kandi. She's not at the party because it's the day of Riley's graduation. We see Riley, looking all of 35, my age. And yeah, they're just celebrating her accomplishment. And then we see Todd, take out a wad of cash. Now, I think the purple band is $1,000. It's either $1,000 or $5,000. I think he gave her $1,000. But good for her, and good for Todd for being a good step parent. Because, not everybody like their step parents. I don't even want to get my business, so let's just move along. We're back at Cynthia's gathering, and we're on the topic of sugar daddies. It was brought up by LaToya first, but then Marlo's like, well, back in my day, and Kenya will take any time out in her confessional to insult Marlo. So there we have that. And now LaToya is really doing the most right now, but let's continue. What is this? Urban Dictionary? Like, the whole episode we've been getting definitions on the screen. I'm guessing this is for the white audience. Yeah, LaToya and Kenya, I don't know what this is. I don't know what am I watching right now. I'm not sure if it's a Scissor Sister tea or something. But yeah, they are doing the most. So Drew arrives at the gathering with her fine-ass husband, and already the shade is starting from LaToya and Kenya. And of course, Kenya is intimidated. And why does she have to call Drew a stray? That's your first impression of her? Just so nasty and so rude. And it doesn't surprise me that Kenya is jealous of another woman, particularly an actress, and also fondling after their husband. Old Kenya is definitely back. Lord, here we go again. It's Apollo all over again. Girl, find a man that likes you. Just like you. Like, then we'll get to love, but just find a man that likes you first. Now, question for the audience. Is Drew pregnant? I can't tell. I really can't. I'm not sure if the flowy dresses or, she just got the quarantine weight. I can't tell. Child, LaToya is doing the most. It's always the ones doing the most with no peach. Like, she already trying to throw shade while the girl is sitting across from her at her wig. Now, ladies, let me know if you thought Drew's wig was a mess. I really couldn't tell. I thought she looked nice to me. So LaToya stands up and is like, Drew, this is why I don't like you. And we kind of get a little fake out because we think some drama's going to happen, but she really doesn't like her because of a character that she played on The Game, a show that I didn't see, but I'm guessing she was a hussy in the show. Also, I'm wondering, why did she play herself in The Game? Why didn't she just play an actress? Like, I'm confused by that. Enlighten me in the comments. Oh! Marlo with the shade. Oh, so you're a working actress, right? You can get Kenya some jobs. Oh, yes. Come on, Marlo, please. Marlo takes the new friend of LaToya to the side and just warns her about Kenya, which I totally agree with Marlo, that you better not trust that girl. Like, don't tell her all your business or she'll use it against you. Like, don't take her advice. Oh, you can take her advice, on pronouncing things, but she says she can't keep a man if Jesus paid her to. Oh, yeah. I mean, I just love it when people shade Kenya because it's a dose of her own medicine. Cynthia has a lovely house, by the way, and I just love the backyard and how it really overlooks the lake. My only qualm is that probably looks scary as fuck at night, giving you a Jason Friday the 13th vibe. I hope they have like lights around that whole lake. Now, as Cynthia's talking about her wedding, Latoya's like, oh yeah, make sure you send me an invitation. Cynthia just does a laugh like, I just met you, okay? Yeah, Latoya is thirsty, very thirsty. So we get a little scene of Mike and Drew's husband, Ralph. They're just talking about being married. We get some more insight into Ralph and Drew's marriage because Ralph is really telling his business. He might not realize that he's on camera. They've been married for 6 years, and my bad, they have 3 kids between them. She has a kid from another relationship as well. Now, what made me raise my eyebrows is he's saying like, oh yeah, it started out great at first, you know, Utopia, but now, you know, they have some rocky moments. He lives with his mother-in-law, and he says sometimes he leaves the house because he just can't take it sometimes because it's type A. He also says he leaves the house for days. I'm not married, but I don't think that's okay. So we're back with the ladies, and it looks like Cynthia is trying to get these women liquored up. We're now on the topic of separation because Latoya brought up that she wants to find Kenya a man that actually loves her. So then Drew interjects and is like, wait a minute, you looking for men and you separated? She was like, yeah, I'm separated. But Drew sees it as, okay, well, you're separating so you can see if you still want to be married. So if you just want to go and date, just get a divorce. And Latoya doesn't see it that way. She just sees it as, oh, well, I'm separated, so that means I can have my fun. So I kind of see both sides because I know like in Bethany's case where she's separated right now and she's still trying to get a divorce with her husband. But I'm guessing that means either you're divorcing, you're in the process of divorce, or you're just temporarily separated. So I'm guessing there is like a difference between the two. So I guess I'm gonna go with Drew on this one. And very good point by Drew. What man is gonna wait a year or so for you to figure out whether you wanna be married or not? And this applies to Kenya, because I'm pretty sure Mark is seeing other women. Oh no, Drew, don't tell the ladies your business. That is housewife rule 101. Oh my God, do not tell these women that you like going back and forth with your husband and y'all talking about divorce. Not on the first meet and greet. Oh Lord, she done just told them that like, yeah, I got in a fight with my husband. He didn't come back and I didn't hear from him for 3 days. She gonna learn. She is going to learn. She must have didn't watch Shamari's season. Kenya and Cynthia go off in the kitchen for a bit. Kenya throws some unnecessary shade that she heard Latoya say about Drew. And honestly, hearing Drew's situation, I feel like Kenya can be a little bit more empathetic, you think? So yeah, that does bring up her and Mark's situation. And she's talking about she might file, but first she's gonna talk about filing for sole custody. And honestly, Kenya, he don't want that baby. What you need to do is file for divorce because it looks like he never wants to see you again. Now, I did watch What Happens Live, like after, you know, Potomac and Atlanta. And she said Mark changed his mind about filing and they're working on it. Okay, I don't know what to believe. But if Kenya wants to be in this loveless relationship, I am happy for her. So here I'm thinking that the episode is over, but they're giving us an extra 15 minutes tonight. So we have a montage of what the ladies are doing, and then we see Kenya bring a scale out, and she is brave for this. I'm just letting you know. Her weight looks like it's, let me see. It looks like it's 188. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. She's also brave for letting them do a close-up on her toes because looked like she'd been walking in a sandbox and she's at home. So now we're with Drew and her husband. It looks like they're celebrating their anniversary. They're having a little chef-prepared dinner at their house. They're all lovey-dovey, and yeah, I am mesmerized by how fine Ralph is. I gotta say, him eating that strawberry, yeah. Anywho, they're having dinner and everything looks like it's going fine until she starts talking about, oh yeah, for the 7th anniversary, I want another wedding. And he's like, okay, yeah, we'll talk about it. And then he opens up with So tell me some of the things that you know that's working, what's not working, and I'm just like, oh Lord, here we go. Like, you basically opened up the floodgates for this one, sir. So what Drew tells Ralph is she has a problem with transparency. And she's bringing up the fact that when they got in their last argument, he left the house for 3 days and didn't tell her where he was. And it looks like he's trying to gaslight her into saying like, oh yeah, well, you need to know how black men work. Don't put that on black men, sir, that's you. That is you. He is talking about how he has these pressures on him and, you know, he's the first of his generation to do this. And I'm just like, sir, what does that have to do with you walking out on your wife for 3 days and not telling her where you were? And he is deflecting boots. She's asking him directly, well, where were you? He's like, it's not about that. Drew is asking all the right questions. She's like, well, where did you go? And he's like, a beach. What beach? You know, like, was it in the state of Georgia? This nigga went to Tampa. Tampa. He say he just drove to Tampa and it just has nothing to do with her. They've never been to Tampa together, but he went to Tampa. I don't know. Is this how the straight marriages work? Ooh, so she putting him on blast now saying, you got cameras in the house, don't you? And apparently she didn't know that he had cameras in the house and she was like, you was watching us while you were in Tampa, huh? And, you know, she thinks he's lying, and this has become a little creepy. And you know what? Like I said, you know, fuck niggas are usually easy on the eyes. And here we go. Exhibit A. Yeah, this is some hypocrisy. So she can't know where you are, but you can have cameras and surveillance in your house to know where she is. Oh, man. I was holding out hope for Ralph, and now I am very disappointed. Wow, he's really gaslighting her right now. And this dinner started out so lovely, and yet now it's just chaotic. He lies to her, I guess, some more in her eyes, and she is fed up. So she just gets up, finishes her wine, and goes into the room and starts yelling at her mom about him. And that is where the episode ends. It looks like she got on this show to get out of her marriage. You know how some housewives do that? You know, they're in kind of like a bad relationship, but then when they get on camera, I'm guessing it gives them that boost to finally leave. It looks like that. But yeah, a lot of y'all said that they were acting in this scene, and I'm not really familiar with her acting background, but if they're faking this, I mean, damn, they might deserve the check. That's just me. So yeah, this episode was much better than the second one. I actually have hope now for this season, and it looks like they will be carrying the season on the backs of the Friends of and the new housewife, Drew. And yeah, so next week looks fun. Tanya's back, it looks like. And hopefully we get more of episode 2 throughout the season. I want to see some drama, I want to see new faces, and I want to see new storylines. Hopefully the new chicks can deliver, because these other women, they're not. Anywho, that's all I have. Next, I will be doing Potomac right after I finish editing my first video. So y'all give me some time, please. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next video. Bye.